As controversy on the casualty figure in Kaduna attack still rages, TVC News correspondent went to Kajuru, the community where the attack occurred, to get facts firsthand. His report.
I arrived Maraban Kajuru in the local government at 8 a.m. Began my investigation.
No, anybody can answer me. It's not true.
The people told me all they knew was that 11 people were killed at Ungwambardi, a hard-to-reach community from where we were. They advised against going with our vehicle, so I employed services of local motorcyclists to take us to the community. We began the journey, meandering rough paths, going down valleys, climbing hills and crossing rivers. Several times we had to go off the motorcycles for a smooth sail. The journey continued on motorcycles for over an hour, and finally we arrived in Ungwambardi. We were welcomed by the locals who were on hand to share with us their knowledge about the killings. Bullet shots on doors and machete swipes dot the landscape. On the walls of the houses are pictures of those who were slain that Sunday.
This is the first house that was attacked on Sunday night. The owner, Gwamna Abba, and his first son, Philemon, were killed that night. His wife, Juliana, and another son, Sandy, were wounded and are now receiving medical attention in hospital.
My quest continued, and to help my investigation, the governor soon arrived to Kajuru. I was told he was heading to where the 66 were killed. But before then, he stopped by at Kaswan Magani, where he engaged opinion leaders in the area. The journey to the burial sites of the 66 then continued. And again, it took over 2 hours of meandering rough paths, going down valleys and climbing hills. We finally arrived around 6 p.m. to Ruga Wakili, with a stench welcoming us and an army of flies. They had been feasting and enjoying blood stains in this valley. It was here the locals told us their loved ones were buried. But they told us the number is far beyond 66, as announced by the authorities. But senior security personnel told us the number is 66, with those who fled still deserted.
As far as we are concerned, what we reported was 66, comprising male, female, and children.
Burial sites seen, and we began our journey out of the hinterland. We arrived at the state capital, and I engaged the governor on some questions that have remained on the lips of many. Among them was the delay in his pronouncement about the deaths until Friday, which was the eve of the presidential and National Assembly election, now shifted to 23rd February. And El-Rufai had this to tell me.
We got this information Friday morning from the Nigerian army, and we made it public because we were afraid that if we kept quiet, if the Fulani communities do not understand that we have the information as government and we're doing something about it, there was likely going to be reprisals, and we wanted to avoid that.
It's been verified that lives have been lost in the area, with different sides having varying figures. Some of the people at Kajuru confessed that there were attacks and reprisals.
That same Sunday night, yes, that is what we know, and that is the news we receive.
Okay, from Ungwambardi.
Since that very day, yes.
Everything happened.
That is what I know.
On Sunday night?
Yes.
The prayer of residents in the state and more, especially those in the rural areas, is for improved religious tolerance and security of lives and property. They believe that only then will a better Kaduna emerge. Tessam Akende, TVC News, Kaduna.
Meanwhile, residents of Adara land have countered the claim by Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El-Rufai. In a statement released by the community, they gave their version of how the killings occurred. The residents say the attack took place between Sunday 10th of February and Tuesday the 12th of February in Ungwambardi in Kofana district, and 11 members of the community were killed. This led the district head of Kufana writing an official report to the police about the incident. But the chairman of the community was accused of not setting the record straight when reports released went against the actual occurrence. The residents insist nothing was heard or said by the state government when they faced the attack. Well, our correspondent Tessem Makende is standing by to give more perspective on the issue. Tessem, thank you for joining us this morning. Now tell us more about what information you got when you visited Kajuru.
Well, the people of Adara land, precisely at Ungwemberdi, where it all started on Sunday, are feeling not so happy that it all started there, and they're yet to get official statement from the state government commiserating with them to what happened with them. From Ungwemberdi, we also got to Iri and Maru, the Fulani communities. There, the Fulanis noted that 66, putting the figure at 56 is rather stating it mildly, that more lives were actually lost in their communities. As far as they are concerned, the security agencies are not being fair to them by pegging it at 66. And so it's about two communities, it's about two people who are feeling, the first being people at the Adara people at Ungwemberdi, not feeling so happy with the government that they are not really being carried along. And then the people, the Fulanis at Iri and Maru, where they actually lost people, are not very happy with security agencies. As far as they are concerned, the security agencies are not putting the lives lost, appreciating the fact that they actually lost lives, according to them, 131.
So what do they intend to do, seeing that they are not happy about the whole situation? Tessem, can you hear me? I asked, what do the people intend to do about the situation they are not happy about? Do they intend going to talk to the government or the security agencies about this?
Ungwemberdi, I asked them what will be their next line of action. They claim they actually were innocently staying in their community that Sunday night around 8 p.m. when it started. So I asked them what will be their next line of action. They told me that they've buried their dead, 11 of them, and they will leave vengeance to their creator. To Iri and Maru, where the Fulanis are, I also sought their opinion about it. They told me that the souls, their loved ones have died. They've also been buried. And they look forward to what the state government would do. I also engaged the governor on what we'll do or what the government will do to ensure that these people, these two communities, get justice at the end of the day. The governor told me that arrests have already been made. His position has been corroborated by the Commissioner of Police here, Ahmad Abdurrahman, that arrests have been made and prosecution will commence in earnest.
Thank you for bringing us up to speed on the killings in Kajuru, and thank you for visiting the Adara community to bring us up to speed.